Hey folks, hope you're doing well today. I'm trying out a little those back pages type lighting in this video. We'll see how it works. It actually looks pretty good right now. But just want to run through a stack of mail that I got this past week and also talk about some things that'll be happening in the next week or so. So I'm going to jump into it. It's about 80% baseball, but I'm going to start off with the basketball. Picked up this Michael Porter Jr. Prism Red, White, and Blue rookie. This is a guy who has had a good this part of the season. There was a guy on the blowout forums maybe 7 or 8 months ago who was picking up anything and everything Michael Porter. So that initially spurned my interest and I looked into him at that time and picked up a couple of his rookies, but kind of veered away just because I didn't know too much about him. And now he's had this great part of this season in the bubble that they're playing at. So decided to go ahead and get this. It was like $40. I'm not going to load up on him or anything, but I thought it was a pretty good buy for a guy who's showing potential. I had totally forgotten about these cards. They came from Taiwan. I got them through eBay, but it took about 3 weeks for them to get out here. For the pair, it's John Collins rookie autos out of Prism. For the pair, I paid $180 or $200. Good looking cards. I'll send those off to PSA probably. From a guy who's on the blowout forums, but I got this from an auction, an eBay auction he had. I got this Tyler Glasnow Heritage Auto, Blue Auto for like $20, and I picked up this Brandon Lau vintage stock out of 99 for 45 or 50. The Rays have a great young team. I've actually got a really nice little stash of Brandon Lau with Sapphire autos, graded stuff, chrome refractors, autos. Glasnow's having a little bit of a tough start to the season, but great young team. I'm very big on them. Austin Meadows, I love Austin Meadows. So, and I've got a ton of Brandon Lau base rookies, like probably a couple hundred of them. From the blowout forums, I got this lot of cards. This King Griffey Jr.'s it's a 40 club card out of 99 Topps of Chrome. I think it's 99. Yeah, just thought it was a cool looking card. It's actually, both of these are in really good shape. This is a 2000 Bowman's Best Derek Jeter Refractor. And then I got this Mike Soroka first Bowman Chrome. Good looking card. Got the Ronald Acuna Jr. first Bowman Chrome for $60. I do think this will get a 10. It's very clean. This Mookie Betts, I don't remember what I paid for this. It will not gem. It's a little too off-centered and has just a little bit, if when under the loop, there's a little bit of an edge issue right there, but I think it's a solid 9 candidate. Two nice pickups there, though. Mookie Betts' stuff has skyrocketed as of late. He had a very slow start the first week or two, but his stuff is really starting to see momentum. This card, this is my second favorite card in the mail week. It is a 1990 Bowman Tiffany King Griffey Jr. And I've always had an interest in the Tiffany products from the junk wax era, the late 80s to early 90s. But this has sort of renewed my interest in picking up some Griffey and Frank Thomas stuff. I'd really like to pick up a couple of 89 Griffey and 90 Frank Thomas. They can get super expensive in the high grades. I'll probably go after raw that I think will grade a 9 or a 10. But I picked this up for $30, which I thought was a good price for a card that would grade a 9. And then I got it in hand because the pictures made me think it would be a 9. And I got it in hand, and I actually think it has a good shot at a 10. And a 10 sells for like $350. Would I sell this? I really don't know. It's a second-year card, but it's of a player I really liked watching as a kid. So I don't know. I might hold on to that. I'll have to consider it. I don't know. This card, if you saw my most recent PSA reveal, I sold a 2019 Topps Chrome Refractor Tatis PSA 10 for $400. Oh, you didn't know I sold it, but I sold it for $400. Saw this on the forums for $150. Got it in hand. I'm 98% sure it'll gem. So I figured selling the card for $400 to buy one back at $150. He's had a stellar start to the season. He had a good season last year before he got injured. Still not sitting on a ton of his stuff. I've had a ton of his stuff. I've sold a lot of his stuff way too early. Topps Chrome autos, colored autos. I had an orange out of 25. I had a purple 2016 Bowman Chrome Auto 9.5. I've had probably a couple of dozen of the 2019 base rookies in a PSA 10, but sold those way too early. But I'm still not super comfortable sitting on a bunch of his stuff right now. But I figured for 150, having just sold that for 400, I couldn't miss that opportunity. These next three cards I got in a trade. Don't remember what I traded. I remember the dollar value was like 120, 130, but got these two Dominguez 2020 Bowman Chromes and this 2016 Topps Chrome Marte Gold out of 50, numbered 19 of 50. I've sort of made it a goal not to spend any money on Jason Dominguez because I just have this fear, and I think it's a well-founded fear, that he won't live up to the hype that's surrounding him right now. Guys, is he even 18 yet? He is 17. So, a lot can happen between now and the time that he becomes, what would you say, good enough for the majors. So I'm not going to buy his stuff, but I'll trade for it. So I got those. I think one of them will gem. I think they're both a little off-centered. One's off-centered top to bottom. The other and it leans, has a thinner border at the bottom. The other's off-centered top to bottom, but has a thinner border at the top. But I think this one will probably grade a 10. This one, probably not. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with those, but this Marte is nice. I like that. And then my favorite card, you vintage guys will like it. I got this from an online auction house and excited to get it in. It's this 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle. I've owned several copies of this. The highest was an 8 or an 8.5. This would probably grade a 2. It's got a wrinkle right there. The difference between a wrinkle and a crease is that the crease goes all the way through and the wrinkle does not. But happy to get that, and I paid something like $325 after buyer's premium for this, and I'm going to call it a 2, a PSA 2, and a PSA 2 right now I think sells for in the 550 range, maybe a little higher, somewhere thereabouts. So to be able to pick this up for a couple of $100 less, and it's one that I'm going to keep, and I'll probably upgrade it at some point, but I don't have a 56 Mantle right now. I've sold off all the ones that I did have, so I'll get this graded and keep it. And it's just a good looking card. This was the year that he won the Triple Crown, 1956. Then after him it was Frank Robinson and Carl Yastrzemski and then Miggy Cabrera. But yeah, just post World War II Mantle is, of post World War II baseball names, Mantle is amongst the icons, probably the most iconic given the status of his 52 Topps. But you can't go wrong with any Mantle from his playing days. So I'm going to hold on to this for a while. Now, the next week or so, I noticed that I surpassed 500 subscribers. So instead of doing a monthly giveaway next week, which I would normally do, and there would be one winner for that of like a $30 to $50 product, I am going to put together a few giveaways, a few prizes. So be looking for a video on that on Monday. There will be a very nice top prize. Actually, I'll tell you right now, the person who gets the top prize will have a choice between a few options. So be looking for that. And also, sometime in the next day or two, I should be getting a box, and it's a little box like that, I think. And it was from an online auction, but it's from an auction house that doesn't specialize in sports cards. So the photos of it were very poor. You just see a bunch of cards kind of stacked up. They're in cases, most of them are, I think, in the box, and there were some scattered about. But I really don't know what's coming in the box. So I'll probably open that on camera so we can rummage through that together. And that kind of segues into some rummaging that I did recently. And I might do a video about the importance of organization, because when I was getting out of Germany last year, I was just shipping over boxes and boxes of stuff and didn't really have much organization because I was trying to move quickly. I was by myself. My wife and daughter were already back in the States. So I was just putting stuff into boxes and putting those boxes into boxes and getting them shipped out. And I'm just now going through some of the boxes I sent, and they're kind of disorganized, but I had them pretty well sectioned off by years. And I was going through some 2018 and 19 boxes and pulled out some pretty good names that were more or less kind of common rookies and at the time, but have come up. So I'm probably going to have a video talking about the importance of organization and sort of knowing what you have. And if you don't know what you have it somewhere that you can at least easily access it. So look for some of those videos in the next week or two. I've also got a rookie card explosion box. It's got a lot going on in the next week or two. So if I don't talk to you soon, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.